As Sri Lankans, we are proud our garden heritage spans over 7,000 years. It's with great pleasure I like to introduce Asoka and Sulan Dasanayaka, who have published a book titled Inspirational Gardens of Sri Lankans in Victoria. Good morning and welcome to our program.
Good morning, Derek. It's a pleasure to be here.
First of all, what made you decide to write a book about gardening?
Well, Derek, about a year ago, I retired after 20 long years, and I was looking for something to occupy myself at least for the first year of my retirement. I'm not a golfer or a fisherman. Gardening has always been my passion, so I started thinking along that lines, and I always like gardening books. I'm fascinated by them, and I thought, yeah, why not? I must try my hand at writing a gardening book, and suddenly it all fell into place.
Sulan, are you a gardener yourself?
No, Derek, I'm not.
Okay. What's your involvement in this book?
Well, when he said that he wanted to do it, I knew I would be supporting him right through. It's a dream come true for him, so of course I had to give him my support.
Okay.
I actually typed the entire book for him, article by article.
Ah, did you? Okay.
And with my friend Philomena, edited and proofread every single page.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the end I helped him choose the best photographs to go in the book. But I must say he was very good about writing all the articles for it. So Philomena and I were very careful to maintain the integrity of his writing, to not change anything, because he's very passionate about what he does.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to change that in any way. We managed to keep the essence of it.
Asoka, what can our readers expect to derive from this book?
To start with, this book features 14 inspiring gardens of Sri Lankans living in and around Melbourne. And believe me, it is a very delightful book. And the main aim or the purpose of this book is to inspire others to take up gardening and perhaps create their own bit of paradise for their own relaxation and enjoyment. So if after reading this book, someone steps into their garden with a spade in their hand or a lot of ideas in their head, I think I have reached my goal.
Okay. But I had a glance at this book, Asoka. You've been to Rowville, Hughesdale, Wheelers Hill, Noble Park, Hillsborough, all these gardens. How did you select those gardens?
Well, being a keen gardener, we sort of associate with other gardening families, and most of the gardens belong to our close-knit garden family. And we also ran an advertisement in the local papers asking for photographs of anyone who want to participate. So we got a bit of feedback from them as well. So we selected the best out of the lot. And I think from the feedback we have had so far, we've done a good job.
Sulan, this beautiful book what you and Asoka has done, is that quite a lot of work to research and put together?
It was a lot of work. It was quite time consuming. Most of the research was done on the internet or at the public library. So it was just a matter of getting down to it and just digging through all the information to get what I needed. So it wasn't too bad.
Asoka, how long did you take to publish this book? Is it a hard road?
Yes, it was certainly a hard road. In actual time frame, I think we took little over 12 months to complete the book. It was definitely a hard and long journey, but I must say it was a memorable and a rewarding journey, because the final product, as you could see, is really given me a lot of satisfaction.
Asoka, as I told you before, I really enjoyed reading this book. Those beautiful photographs, are you a photographer yourself?
No, I'm not a photographer, but when we discussed this project, I at once thought of a good friend of ours, a guy called Lester Fernando who lives in Sri Lanka. He's an amateur photographer, and I've seen his work, and at once we thought, yes, he's the right person for this project. So we actually flew him in from Sri Lanka for this project.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Ashoka, the launch was last Saturday. How did that go about?
Yes, it went off very well. We had the launch at Monash University Japanese Studies Center.
Okay.
And we had about 125 invited guests. And we had our, as chief guest, we had Mr. Craig Ondaatje. He's a MP. He's an MP for Northern Metropolitan Region. He's a second generation Sri Lankan.
Okay.
And we also had Mr. Jude Pereira, who is MP for Cranbourne.
Let me congratulate both of you. You've done a great job. Beautiful photographs and beautiful articles. And let me wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us here.
It's a great book for any Sri Lankan to have. If you're a gardener and if you're a garden lover, grab this book, and I enjoyed reading this, and I'm sure you will.